Hey, what's up guys? I've been appreciating all the love that I've been getting on this channel. I appreciate every time you guys like the videos, and I appreciate every time I get another subscriber. Welcome to the family. Today is going to be a little different video. It's going to be my first time doing a commentary. I'm going to tell a little story from back when I was a wee lad. So sit back, relax. You're gonna be watching a little bit of this Call of Duty gameplay that I got with the homies the other night. So appreciate it. Kick your feet back. Everyone that is celebrating on this day of 420. This is not gonna be posted on 420, or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll post this right after I get done with this. But I hope you had a great day, and I hope this makes it just a wee better. All right, let's hop into the video. Hey, what's up guys? And today we're going to be talking about the time that I thought I was going to get kidnapped by a fat man. Yes, you heard that right, a fat man. So this probably goes back to, when I was in 7th grade. And I was chilling with the homies, Matt, Tim, and Brian. And we were hanging out at Matt's, and we decided that, we wanted to go to the middle school right by Matt's house and just go hang out. Our friend Tim was going to skate around, skate on the benches, I'm not much of a skater. So everyone else took a skateboard, and I took a motorized scooter. One of the little tiny blue motorized scooters by Razor. And, it was already running kind of low on battery, but I didn't care. I was on that bougie shit, and I wasn't going to be pedaling. So I was going full throttle on that thing, just hauling ass. And we eventually got to the middle school. Tim was skating on the lunch benches, which was probably creating a lot of noise for the neighbors around us, but we didn't really care. So while we were skateboarding, this random group of, I'm guessing maybe freshmen in high school roll up to us. And from the very get-go, when these kids rolled up to us, they wanted trouble. And when I say trouble, they wanted trouble. Immediately, they start chirping at us, saying how we're little kids, why'd our parents let us out of the house, just some BS. So immediately, we're like, yo, you guys just look like freshmen in high school. You might be a year older than us, at most 2 years older than us. So then this angers them even more. And for some reason, almost like a character in a video game, randomly they start pulling out apples out of their inventory. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I just get beamed in the chest with an apple. Yeah, a fucking apple. And so immediately, one of the random teenagers in the group is like, yo, we gotta dip. So they hop on their penny boards, because, that was a phase at one point. Everyone was riding skateboards for like a good 3 years. Penny boards. And so they leave us alone. And, the sun is already set at this point, and it's pretty dark. Tim continues to skateboard on the benches. And, I'm just kind of doing circles with my motorized scooter, wasting whatever battery I have left. This car pulls up, almost kind of by the parking lot of the middle school. And our first reaction is, oh shit, this is either a neighbor that's pissed off of all the noise Tim's making, or maybe it's a security guard, because stupidly we thought maybe there was a security guard at a middle school for some stupid reason. So then we're like, dude, let's just dip. Let's get out of here. We don't want to cause any trouble. So all of us start leaving, making our way, not really towards the car, but in its general direction of where that security car is. So, how usually schools and middle schools, they kind of have the parking lots, especially middle schools. They have the parking lots that are made for drop off and pickup. So you go in one side and you come out the other. So me and the homie Matt were just about to cross one of those driveways when the car pops a Yui in front of us and just cuts us off, cuts right in front of us. And it was some crazy shit. And my first thought is, oh, maybe it's Matt's brother that his mom sent because he could drive at the time, being like, yo, you guys gotta come home, it's too dark. So I kind of peek through the passenger window, and there's just this overweight, maybe 300-pound man wearing a white button up with a black vest on, almost like some theater usher. So we're like, whoa, whoa, this homie almost just hit us. And remember, I'm still holding my motorized scooter. And this guy gets out of his car all pissed off. And is like, hey, what, you fuckers, this is the last time you guys fuck with me. I'm done with you fucking little fucking kids, dude. Fuck you guys. And we're just like, whoa, 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 what's going on? We're like, dude, our homie was just skating. We're sorry if it was making a lot of noise. And he gets up out of his car and just starts sprinting at us. And, you know, a fat man's sprint isn't that fast, but we could tell he was putting in all of his effort. And so me and Matt immediately, you know, there's the sidewalk and then the little grass section and then the street. So all the homies just pick up their skateboards and start running. Well, I have this, I would say at least 50-pound motorized scooter that I kind of got to wobble it over the grass section and put it down in the street. So now all my homies are probably like 20 yards ahead of me, and this fat man is gaining on me. So I'm like, holy shit. I hit that throttle the motorized scooter thinking like I'm a fucking boost off, like just like fucking like a fucking Fast and Furious movie. But no, like I said, it was losing its charge, and the motorized scooter was like, ha, I got you this time, boy. And it died right there. So this fat man is maybe 5 feet away from me, and I'm freaking out. So my first reaction is, you know what? This isn't my scooter. This is Matt's scooter. I'm ditching it. So I ditch the scooter right in the middle of the street, probably about, I would say, 30 yards away from this man's car at this point. And while he's in full sprint, almost like a banana in Mario Kart, he eats shit. Now, totally bites the asphalt. I hear, ugh, and I turn around and I see this man, and it's funny. It's funny seeing fat people fall. I'm not going to lie. I giggled even a little bit, but I was running for my life. So we're running through this neighborhood. And since Brian and Tim were running in front of me and Matt, they had taken the wrong turn to go back to Matt's house. So at this point, we're running through a neighborhood that doesn't connect to Matt's neighborhood. And we're scared out of our minds. And it was almost like a scary movie. I didn't know what to do. We were just sprinting, and thinking back on it, we should have been, help, help, someone's trying to kidnap us, help. Because who's not going to help little kids running saying that someone's going to kidnap them? But we're running. Me and Matt are trying to catch our breath. We're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And I see this garage that's probably cracked. You know when people just leave the garage cracked a little bit just to get a little nice airflow? And I could hear people. And I'm like, yo, Matt, sorry, I'm not dying today. And almost like Indiana Jones escaping from a closing door, I roll through this garage into this house that I've never been. I don't know who's inside of it. And there's people, probably there's 3, probably just gotten out of high school men, because we were little children at this point. These were men. And then 1 girl. I run, they're like, what the fuck? Who is this little kid that just rolled into our garage? And I'm like, guys, you need to understand, I sold it. I sold the story too. I was like, there's this guy that's trying to kidnap us. And we were just chilling at the middle school, and this guy's trying to kidnap us, and he wants to eat our little kid souls, because, that's a thing. I didn't say all the little kid soul thing, but these people are like, what's going on? You guys need to get out of our garage. You guys are tripping out. They probably thought we were on, like, little kid, like, meth or something like that. That's when, we're like, oh, shit. And at this point, Brian and Tim have met up with us in these random people's garage. And I think they were the ones that actually gave our position away. Because this fat guy, from his car in the middle of the street, I found your house now. I found your guys' house. And now I know I'm going to fuck with your guys' house just as bad. And at this point, we're like, yo, what is going on? But this is what worked in our advantage. Now, since he was saying that he's going to mess up the house that we were at, the older men that were living at that house immediately got triggered and walked out to the front yard and were like, yo, we don't even know these kids. What are you talking about? Like, we didn't do anything to your house. We're not involved with this. And the guy acted like these people were trying to trick it. He's like, oh yeah? Okay, nice, yeah, for sure. I know you guys are just trying to mess with me. You guys have been messing with my house for years. So he gets back in his car, and these grown-ups are pissed. And they start kicking his fucking brake lights in the back of his car, kicking his passenger window, and we're like, holy shit, what is going on? What did we start? So immediately, Matt's over it at this point. Matt's completely over it. And honestly, all of our anxieties were off the fucking charts. You know, all of us were freaking out. So Matt was like, all right, these homies got on their bikes that were in the garage, and they started following this guy that was chasing us. So we were like, okay, guys, let's go home. So we start walking home. And thankfully, some lady that lived across the street from the school waves us down and was like, hey, I saw the whole thing go on. It's not you that he's supposed to be chasing. And we're like, yeah, we know that. This crazy guy is just chasing us. We're pretty sure that he's trying to tickle our buttholes. And she's like, no. See, those older kids that were bullying you guys at the middle school were actually throwing rocks at his windows in his house. These were just fucking bad apples. Literally bad apples. You know the apples when it's like brown and soft? That was these kids. So we were like, oh my God, it all makes sense now. And now thinking back on it, it made sense because right when that kid in the group of older kids was like, yo, we gotta dip, was when the guy's car pulled up in front of the middle school. So that we're just telling this lady, yeah, we know that we're not the ones that was messing with this guy. And then, of course, Fatty McChunk pulls up in his car again with a gang of 3 older men following him in bicycles, yelling at him, saying, F you, bro. And he's just like, these kids, these are the kids that were messing with my house, trying to explain to the older adults. And then this lady's like, yo, you need to calm down. These kids weren't doing anything to you. It was another group of kids. And she lawyered up on us like some O.J. Simpson lawyer, you know? She totally defended us and got us away scotch-free. And then at this time, because Matt had been texting his dad, this was when Matt's dad pulled up. And, you know, he came up. He was in his good button-up. He had a jacket suit on. So he was like, yo, these kids were just out here skating, messing around. They weren't doing anything to your house. So then we got away. And the guy had taken the Razor, but luckily, after he found out that it wasn't us, he gave us the Razor scooter back. And you know the craziest part about this story? Is that years down the line, I had a math tutor that said that he lived by this middle school. And I was like, no fucking way, dude. I was like, where do you live? And he was like, well, I live in a house facing away from the school. And I was like, randomly, I had the thought, dude, do you have a pool table in your garage? And he looked at me like I had been stalking him for the last 3 months. He was like, yeah. And I was like, I know this might sound weird, bro, but I think you or your older brother saved me. Because this guy was I was freshman, he was probably a senior. And he was like, dude, my older brother has told me the story about this crazy night these little kids rolled in through the garage running away from this child molester. Small ass fucking world, dude. That is not a fucking made up story. No joke, dude. It was the craziest time. It was the craziest thing in my life. It was the only time I think I thought I was going to get kidnapped. And that's my story about how a fat man almost kidnapped me. Thank you everybody for watching this video. And if you did like the video and like the gameplay with me doing a little commentary in the background, like the video and subscribe. Peace out, everybody.